G'day there guys, welcome back. This time it's not the shed, this time I'm in the kitchen. I just thought I'd put up a little bit of a Christmas breakfast for you, or it's what we quite often have on Sundays when I can kick back and take it easy, but when you're retired every day is a Saturday except for Sunday. So enough of the BS, I'll put the camera back down onto the kitchen top and let's put it together. I usually make quite big pancakes, the size of the pan, 1.5 centimetres thick. And basically this is an apple and other fruit compot, quite easy to put together. 2 big green apples, peeled and sliced. I used to make them all up thinner in slices, but they still take roughly the same time to cook. Now here's something I do to help along, little splash of water. Just 1/2 centimetre in the bottom of the pan. That's usually good enough. Now I don't put any sugar as such in this. I put a handful of sultanas for the natural sugar. Also gives it a bit of texture. And 1/2 a medium tin of pineapple. I always use Australian pineapple. I think the overseas pineapple tastes like shite. And this also helps to keep jobs here in Australia. I use the spoon to get a little bit of the juice out as well. Okay, that's enough there. A little bit of cinnamon. A bit of honey. And Elegante sherry, Spanish sherry. Fino just means dry. You can get the medium sweet if you like, but it makes the dish a little bit too sweet. I like this to be almost savoury. It's not bad, it's 20 bucks a bottle and it's really, really nice sherry. Good glug of that. Now, onto the stove top. That takes about 12 to 15 minutes for it to boil down. Once it's cooked down, I normally take the top off and let it evaporate quite a bit of the fluid. Okay, I'll tidy up a little bit and bring you back. Okay guys, cleared the deck a little bit. Okay, 1 egg in the mixing bowl. Exactly 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And this is my dad's recipe. When I was about 11 he said to me, one day you'll fly the coop and need to cook, so get here and learn how. Exactly 1 teaspoon of sugar. And I put a bit of maple syrup in there, about 1 tablespoon. I find that it gives it that nice brown crispy skin on it. Very, very good. Now with the flour, it's supposed to be 1 cup. And I hate cleaning up measuring cups. So that's near enough for me. I think the fruit's starting to boil. Yep. I'm cooking with an electric stove, and if there's one thing I hate in life, it's a bloody electric stove. Just a little bit more. It's got a couple of hot plates on the blink, so I will very gladly put a gas stove in shortly, I think. And just warm it up. Nothing at all difficult about this, you just can't rush it. Because if you rush it, you will bugger it up. You put too much milk or something, and for that you've got to recover it with more flour. Now when I put the batter in the pan, I'll give it about 20 seconds to stabilise, and I'll put a couple of slices of banana on the top of the batter, which will end up on the bottom of the pancake after you flip it. Sometimes I'll have accidents and it falls in half, but mostly I get it done. The old man showed me just to tip the bowl up a little bit, and I don't know why, but it makes it a little bit easier. Just about all the lumps are out now, and that's what you want, fairly thick. Now it'll thicken up a little bit while we're waiting for the fruit to cook down, and I'll slop a bit more milk in. So, while I'm waiting for that, I'll turn you off and drink my coffee. Okay guys, back into action. You need 3 feet and an extra pair of hands when you're trying to film this. Okay, the fruit's been bubbling away quite well. Lovely, turn it down a little bit. And now we just wait for it to cook. Usually that amount of batter will get me 2 or 3 pancakes. I'll just do 2 this morning and ditch the rest. Now, pancakes can be a little bit deceptive. I normally wait till you see bubbles coming up in the middle of the pancake and a reasonable amount of them. You can try and flip it a little bit early, but it doesn't have enough structure, and especially with the banana in there. If you try and turn it early, you'll make a mess, and you can make a mess if you turn it late as well. Yeah, I think the fruit's quite good. If you let the fruit boil off a little bit, you finish up with a beautiful syrup that just goes over the top of the pancakes very nicely. A bit more coffee required. Okay, won't make you wait for it. I'll bring you back just before I make a mess. Okay, it's got quite a lot of bubbles up through it. Let's make a mess. Aha! Bingo! I got this one over. You can see it's rising up quite a bit. Normally if I put a bit more batter in the pan I can get it up about 2 centimetres high. And it is a proper pancake, not a pikelet. So the taste is completely different. If you don't brown it well both sides, you will get it gooey in the middle, and that's no bloody good. But that little bit of banana at the bottom and the maple syrup in the batter really makes a difference. Okay, fruit compote is just where I like it. A little bit of fluid in the bottom. I've just got that sitting on 1 at the moment to keep it warm. And I'll set up the sour cream outside. See you out there. Well guys, the proof is in the eating. Just the right amount of syrup, and still hot enough to burn your tongue if you're that silly. So don't race into it too quick. And here's something my dear lady taught me. A bit of sour cream. At first I screwed my nose up. Now I absolutely love it, especially on roast potatoes, believe it or not. That's a bit tenacious. Just as good as the last time, and as good as the time before. Merry Christmas to you all. Easy to make, cheap, and tastes bloody good. And here we are, one of the old guys' kitchen tips and tricks. This is probably my 4th turbo oven. I've been using them over about 30 years now. And I find not only do they cook well and cook with half the electricity you need for your main oven, they wash themselves. They've actually got a setting that says wash. You throw a litre of water in the bottom, a squirt of dishwashing liquid, and let it rip potato chip for about 15 minutes. All the crap that's stuck to the grill and the bottom is liquefied, and just throw it in the sink and clean it. It does a really good job. It does everything from toasted sandwiches to grilled steak and chops, or it's a very good bake, but it's not supposed to be too terrific on cakes. Why that is I don't know, and they suggest you use a cake pan with a spike in the middle so you get a donut shaped cake. I've got one up on that. I don't make cake, so it doesn't bloody matter. Later on today I did a barbecue chook with Chinese hoisin sauce on it last night. I'll have some of that cold for lunch, and once this is cleaned up I'll be putting in a small ball ham with honey and mustard, and I'll Hasselback that first, then marinate it and bake it in there. It comes out absolutely lovely. Worse luck, my tomatoes and avocados died yesterday in the heat and I didn't notice, so I haven't got those for the salad. So I'll make one that's a bit unusual I saw on TV a while ago. Shredded lettuce, chickpeas, tomato passata and red onion. I've made that before and it is absolutely lovely. Okay, I'll put this all up in a video and I hope you like it. If you haven't seen me before, please like and subscribe. Bye for now.